knee deep in your AirPod case and you're hearing us now. Are you
yapping
casual now? Hold on. Ear deep in this week's episode. You're a fan. Wait, hold on. Your AirPods are ear deep in your ear holes. Are we your favorite pod now? These intro songs are getting harder and harder. Welcome. Episode 12. Here we are. Here we are.
Yeah, it's the 12th one.
Welcome to episode 12 of Yapville. This is Taryn.
This is Amanda. And we're here. We survived Christmas.
Yeah, we did.
How was your Christmas?
It was fine.
Same.
Christmas is I'm just over it.
Same. It doesn't feel like anything. Like I used to be so excited about it. And I was just like, oh, here we fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm over it.
Did you get anything you wanted or you liked?
I got an electric cleaning brush.
Oh, I want one of those.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it.
That's crazy because I got an electric guitar.
Oh my god, want to play something for me? Can you play Wonderwall?
Today is gonna be the day that we're gonna yap it back to you. Amanda and I, when we were in high school, had a teacher that would blast that in the halls every morning. Do you not remember that?
No, but why is this so... You're, like, bringing back a memory. Like, I do remember walking through high
Mr.
school.
Barr would do that.
I do remember walking through high school and hearing that song a lot.
Yeah, we had a teacher that would blast Wonderwall every single morning. I don't know if it was on repeat, but he always played Wonderwall every...
Wonderwall.
He was a big Oasis fan, I bet.
I bet you every time he hears it at the bar, he fucking...
That was probably the top of his Spotify Wrapped.
Just Wonderwall.
It's like me and Chappelle Roan.
Chappelle. Yeah, my Christmas was okay. My washer and dryer work.
Thank God.
But I think I'm just a dumb bitch.
Why?
Because you have to press the button and then press it again, and I never pressed it a second time.
Well, that would qualify you as a dumb bitch.
So, it was just a user error, I think.
I like that we're both wearing fluffy socks right now.
I know, that's all I got for Christmas is fluffy socks.
I love fluffy socks.
And my sister got me the best gift that anyone could have ever gotten me.
What is that?
I always wanted like a giant shirt. Like I want like a fucking like X-Men shirt that will like go down to like my knees. Mm-hmm. She found a 7X shirt and it is the most, oh my God, I want to live in it.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
That's really funny because I attempted to go thrifting yesterday. I went to one thrift store that was about to close and they literally had nothing. I just want to like thrift a bunch of men's oversized crew neck sweaters to wear all winter. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to give into capitalism. But yeah, Christmas, I got a couple things. So I got a couple records. I got Empire of the Sun and Chapel Roan. I also got the Communist Manifesto book that I asked for. But the ultimate gift is coming next Monday. And it is a hamster wheel for my cats.
Oh, that's right.
I can't wait.
It's really exciting.
I feel like we haven't talked all week.
We haven't.
It's so weird. Work is getting really intense, so I've been like actually really busy during the day. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Stop vaping.
Stop vaping. That's a good one.
And I want to lose 50 pounds.
Me too. Let's do it together.
I want to lose 50 pounds really bad. I feel like I can do it. I've been a lot more mindful and portion controlling and...
It's not easy. Good for you.
Yeah, but this vaping's got to stop. I wake up every day and I'm like...
You, can also just ask ChatGPT for a meal plan. Like calories and...
That's cool.
Macros and stuff.
But I think New Year's resolutions are stupid.
My New Year's resolution last year was to learn more about communism and socialism.
How'd that go?
Well, good, I guess.
You got the Communist Manifesto.
Well, yeah. It's 12 months and 25 days later, but... And I was
late.
And I opened it and I said, oh, maybe I should have gotten the Communist Manifesto for people who don't have past a 5th grade reading level. But, yeah, same New Year's resolution as last year, just stop being a consumer. Try to buy secondhand, and I did really well this year, though. Like, I used to buy so much shit on Amazon, and now I'm just like, do I really need this? I've been living without it my whole life.
Yeah.
But that electric scrub brush, I'm like, that would help my back hurt when I'm cleaning. The one that you got for Christmas. I want that so bad.
It was on Amazon for really cheap.
I'm on Amazon for really cheap, actually, if you search my name.
Oh, I'll have to look.
One of my best friends is up from Texas. I got to hang out with her yesterday. Jazzy.
Oh, yeah. How was that? How was she doing?
Amazing. I love her so much. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll come to Austin this year for the first time ever. She's only been living there for 7 years, and I've never been.
I mean, it's kind of kind of a trip.
Yeah.
What was she her for, like, family?
Yeah, she comes up every Christmas for family, so I got to see her quick. You saw Wicked again?
Yeah. Oh my God, I saw Wicked on Monday.
Did you cry even harder this time?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was a wreck because now I know the story. So yeah, I was fucking sobbing. Again, the last 30 minutes of the movie, I was a fucking wreck. But I wasn't the only one. The whole theater at the end was wiping their eyes. So I was like, thank God. And there was another old guy there.
Oh no.
When I see the old man fucking crying in front of me, I'm gonna start crying too.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. I found out some, like, spoilers about Wicked because I don't know the Wicked story at all. Mm-hmm. So Edwin, my boyfriend, we got home. He's like hyper fixated on it because he was like, all right, I'll admit the movie was really fucking good. He said it was fire. So then we got home and he, like, deep dived. So now I know everything.
Nice.
So I'm prepared for part 2. It's gonna be very fucking sad. We deserve each other.
And Glinda made it come true. We deserve each other, me and Bach.
Hey, Nessa, I have to confess.
Wow, lyrical genius.
Ariana Grande's boyfriend. Every time he came on screen, I went,
Jump scare.
literally.
Oh, I hate him. Did you see his ex-wife's article come out?
Yeah, she's a fucking queen. I feel so bad for this poor fucking woman.
I know.
She's so strong and intelligent.
I just hate Ariana.
I didn't know she was like, what is she, like a psychiatrist? Or therapist?
Like a woman's therapist.
I had no idea.
Not a woman's therapist, but something along those
She's
lines.
a doctor. Like, they call her doctor.
Dr. Lily.
Yeah, fuck Ariana Grande.
I was watching this compilation of Ariana Grande, how she was like 3 years ago and how she is now, and it's fucking weird. Her voice is
Black
different.
Iana.
Yeah, her voice is different.
So here's my thing with Ariana Grande. I never really liked Ariana Grande. I thought that, like, Sam and Kat, like her as Kat Valentine in Victoria, she annoyed the fuck out of me.
that was the one book I read last year.
What?
I'm happy my mom died or whatever.
Oh, I thought it was like Victorious. I never really liked her. But then when, like, Sweetener and Thank You Next came out and she was like this bad bitch, I was like, oh wait, I can get behind this because she's like a baddie. So I did see her in concert, spent a lot of money. That was my shit. And then when all this shit started happening during the filming of Wicked, I was like, there's two sides to every story. We don't know.
Amanda.
No, well, listen. I said, there's two sides to every story. We don't know what was going on. But then as soon as the wife came out and said, like, oh, no, like, I was totally blindsided by this. I was like, oh, she's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but in every other relationship Ariana has been in, it's something like that. Like, Pete Davidson told his ex he wanted to break, and the next day that lecture came out in the tabloids.
Big Sean, too. It's just... So I think that she just likes taking guys.
Yeah, and why does her boyfriend look exactly like her brother? It's fucking creepy. I love this. Amanda and I, since we're, like, becoming podcasters, we're really famous, and right now we're getting pretty recognized in public, and honestly, guys, like, thanks for the love, but we gotta be safe. I'm kidding. Cut all that out.
Yeah, no, I'm not cutting it out. It's true. Sometimes we just want to be normal and go to the grocery store without being bombarded.
Yeah, but anyways, we got these mic stands, so now we can not hold our mics, which is so amazing.
Yeah, and you're not gonna hear fucking tapping and rattling, hopefully.
I'm gonna tap and rattle you.
I'm just like, any girl that's not a girl's girl is like a piece of shit to me, so.
Yeah, me too.
As soon as I found out that she, like, wasn't a girl's girl, I was like, I'm done with her. So, yeah, Wicked 2 times was so good. I'm glad I got to see it before I left the theaters. My top movie of 2024 is still The Substance, though. What's your top movie of 2024?
Oh, girl, I haven't seen any new movies.
So Wicked?
No, I saw this movie, and it's not my favorite movie of the year, but it has 2 of my favorite actors in it. Jason Bateman and Taron, don't know his last name. Egerton or something?
Is it that Carry On movie?
Yes. I watched it. It was fine. It was good.
I don't really like action movies, but it was okay.
I'm not like an action movie person, but I love those 2 men. Jason Bateman.
I love him.
He could be literally sleeping on. I would watch it.
I
love
him.
that man.
I love him and Will Arnett so much.
I like him and John C. Reilly.
Oh, I love John C. Reilly.
All right, so let's see. My favorite movie of this year, I would have to say, guys, I don't know.
Did you see Heretic?
No. I want to.
So Wicked was your favorite movie of 2024?
I guess I'd have to say Wicked, because all these movies I'm looking at didn't come out in 2024. I also had not gone to a movie theater since like 2018 before this.
I was stuck between The Substance and Wicked, but the meaning behind the story is obviously important. Like, just because someone's different doesn't mean, it's sisterhood and friendship and
the message they're portraying.
Yes, yep. But I think The Substance just resonates more with me. Just because someone's getting older doesn't mean that, like, they lose their beauty. The societal pressure that women feel to be young and perfect. Let's do an end of the year recap. What was your favorite meme of the year?
Oh my god.
I think I like ooh ee ah ooh ee. I think that was my favorite.
Just all the years since 2020 have blurred together.
Oh god, Hawk Tua came out of this year.
Oh, I wanted to talk about this. I might have showed you it. Have you seen the Talk Tua?
Yeah.
Those two guys.
You showed me them, yeah.
Oh my god, I love them. Hold on, let me find their Instagram.
This year was pretty good with, like, memes. Like, we had Brat, Summer.
All right, look up Talk Tua on Instagram. It's these two guys, and they review the Talk Tua podcast, and I don't know if this is a real podcast or if they just do it on Instagram, but it is so fucking funny. I love them. Okay, maybe my favorite meme of 2024 was, "Darling!
Guess who's back from jail?" I say that all the time. Have you seen the ooh ee ah cat?
Oh my god. Is that from this year?
No, I don't think so.
Oh wait, you know who is from this year?
Who?
I go meow. I go meow. The I go meow cat who died like 2 months after. I know.
Oh my god, what about meow 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 meow.
It's so funny. Have you seen the one where it's like, just meet me at the apartment. So I also this year, we got the Rizzler.
We did get the Rizzler.
What's your favorite Instagram account of this year?
I'm not really on Instagram.
I'll share mine. It's so like fair warning, if you go and check out this Instagram account, you have to have a not like other girls sense of humor. It's called Bryce __ Cohen. And it's just like all these AI people, and it's just so fucking funny.
My favorite TikTok account this year, because I can say that, because I'm on TikTok a lot. I don't know, my following's kind of unhinged. It goes from like a drag queen who unboxes purses to like a guy who paints, like he'll put pantyhose on his head and then like paint it like makeup from like someone opening up Pokemon cards. So like my following is crazy. I don't know. I can't pick a favorite.
On TikTok, I don't ever look at the people I'm following. I'm always just like on the For You page.
Yeah,
but
me too.
My favorite TikTok is Ray William Johnson.
Ray William Johnson's like a cringe YouTuber from like 2000 something.
What? Ray William Johnson. This guy's cringe?
Mm-hmm.
No. He's my favorite. I love him.
Girl, find his old YouTube videos. Tell me he's not.
That's totally fine if he's cringe. He's such a good storyteller. And he also has 16 million followers. I love him.
Aren't you so sad that like Ethan Klein and like H3 is now like, I used to love them so much and now they're just terrible.
So it's really funny you say that, because yesterday I was deleting people I follow on Instagram, just like cleaning it up. No real people, but meme accounts I haven't posted in years and random restaurants I follow. I don't know why I'm following restaurants. But I unfollowed H3. I'm like, I don't like these people anymore.
No, they're awful.
And
they're becoming the people that they made fun of.
Yeah, and like we love them so much. Like I was Vape Nation for Halloween one year.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to them. It's sad. I still watch a podcast sometimes. But then it's just like, he's not even funny anymore. He's just like this hateful, like, he's becoming the people that he would make fun of.
I'll also just never forget how they had a YouTube video years ago, and it was like, we were so poor we could only afford a bell pepper. And then they opened their own clothing line and they sell t-shirts for $90.
I know.
It's like so insane.
It's so out of touch.
Also, that is so fucking fabricated because there's no way they can only afford a pepper. Ethan's parents are like rich, aren't they?
Yeah, they're from like fucking California. I was so excited when Frenemies came out because it's like two of my favorite internet people. It was Trisha Paytas and fucking Ethan Klein. I loved them. So when they came together, I was like, I can't believe my worlds are colliding right now. And it didn't last that long.
Yeah, that was wild. Meet me at the Yapville. Enough of this chit chat. Let's get into the nitty gritty.
The nitty gritty.
Who's going first this week?
Did you go first last week?
You did.
I did?
Mm-hmm. All right. This one is from 79 days ago. It's coming from True Off My Chest. There's a not safe for work warning. So, if you have ears that don't want to hear, skip ahead, ladies and gents. The title is, Today I saw the negative effects of porn firsthand with my girlfriend. I, 26 male, started dating this girl, 25 female, recently. She spent her entire life in a religious bubble and was bullied by her family to believe in it up until 2 years ago when she got the courage to break them off. I'm her first ever boyfriend, and she was a virgin. Tonight, we decided to be intimate. I brought her to my bedroom, and we started to kiss. Then she really quickly took off her clothes and pulled my pants down and started to give me the most aggressive and exaggerated blowjob I've ever received. Seriously, she was going a million miles an hour, trying to choke herself on it, manhandling my dick with her manhandling my dick with her hand and mouth. It got to a point where I softly pushed her head back and pulled her back up. But then she got on top of me and forced my dick inside of her.
Oh my God.
I could see on her face she very clearly wasn't enjoying it. So I told her we could stop, but she said it was okay. Then she started flailing around on top of me, which I could see she was struggling with and also wasn't enjoying. I stopped her and got her back on her feet and said we were going to try again, and I took the lead. I noticed she kept trying to switch positions every 2 minutes, and I told her she didn't need to do that. From that point on, she was just a total deer in headlights and kept looking at me for guidance on what to do. I walked her through the whole process and also got some insight on how she liked to be touched/handled. In the end, I think we both enjoyed it. We cuddled afterwards.
We both enjoyed it.
We cuddled afterwards, but I could see from her body language and mannerisms that she was very embarrassed. End note for that story. We both turned in for the night and she went home. I got a text from her not too long ago telling me that she made it home okay and saying, I'm sorry for my behavior in your bedroom tonight. I know I acted weird. I'm so sorry if I offended you or anything. I'm really embarrassed. And I hope this doesn't change anything between us. Can we talk about this at some point? Honestly, I don't think this is talked about. People are always talking about the damage effects of porn have on young men, but not young women. She kept going even though she was clearly in pain, presumably because she thought it was expected of her. Even though she's a little late to the quote-unquote real sex isn't like porn realization, I'm happy she at least got to learn that in a safe environment. In the end, treat your partner with respect and be as patient as you can. Best way to go about it.
This guy's an angel. This guy's a fucking angel, but I cannot stop picturing her flailing her body on top of him. Like, what is that? What does that look like?
The aggressive blowjob.
Like, I could picture that for sure. Just like on her knees, like she's like gnawing, and she's like. Arr.
That is so funny because that is literally how porn is, like aggressive.
Well, that's the thing that a lot of people, like, I still think grown men don't realize that like porn's not real.
Girl, when I was in like middle school, when we first learned about blowjobs, I literally thought you put it in your mouth and blow
on it, like.
It should be called a suck job.
It should be. I followed a lot of porn stars, like not because I'm watching their porn, but because I just found it so fascinating. Like, and like I've watched like a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Like, it is just so fake. It's just so fake. It's literally like you're watching a movie. They take so many breaks in between, and it's really not. It's designed just to like make you like get off.
Yeah.
So it's just not real, and I don't think people like a lot of people don't realize that. Even adults don't realize it. Like, girl, it's not real. No one acts like that.
What was that documentary that came out years ago?
I think I know what you're talking about, because I'm thinking about that too.
Hot Girls Wanted. That's what that was. I'm looking at porn documentaries right now, and there's one called Here's Your Money Shot. And whenever I get my hair done, it's like, I'm like, is it money shot or money piece?
Oh, that's funny. No, but I guess you don't really think about the effects of porn on women.
And the effects of being in like a religion for so long, strict religious upbringing.
Because you hear about all the time how the damages on men, because like porn addiction's real and it ruins relationships. But you never really hear about it with women. And how, oh, this is how this person acts having sex, so I should act this way to make my boyfriend like me. Mm-hmm. That's fucked up. Porn is just... Oh. I'm not a prude by any means. Please don't take this the wrong way. I think people that watch porn, like, here and there are normal, because people are horny, and it's normal. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's not natural, but I just think that porn is so predatory and disgusting. Mm-hmm. It grosses me out. These barely legal, fucking 18, it's disgusting. It's gross. And it's predatory.
Period.
Unless you're, like, doing it yourself. Like, you're an OnlyFans, one of those people that does it for themselves. I think if you're, like, with a porn agency, they take a percentage of it. Unless you're your own boss, like OnlyFans. Like, that's where you actually have control.
You're getting fucked at work and fucked in a contract, basically.
Literally.
A lot of the comments on this story are saying, this one person said, me and my hubs both had a religious upbringing. We learned about sex from porn, thought sex was going to be so good that we both come at the same time and it'd be painless and erotic. We both had a terrible time.
She was a virgin too, the girlfriend?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to look if OP posted anything else, but I don't think.
So he sounds like an angel. He sounds like he really cares about her.
Yeah.
For him to even think these thoughts of
him not wanting to hurt her and not, I don't know. I feel like it's awkward, but like it's really not that awkward if you just act like an adult and are like, yeah, when we fuck, it's not supposed to be like porn, like they're acting.
Right. But yeah, he seems like he really like cares about, like, he's not like, yo, this bitch doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. That was the worst head of my life. Like, he was like, you don't have to do all that.
All right, moving on to the next story.
I have one coming from Best of Redditor Updates that was posted 29 days ago. My 24 female, boyfriend 26 male, of 1.5 years just scheduled and paid for a cosmetic medical procedure for my lady regions without my knowledge or consent. What now? It says trigger warning, body shaming. Hello all, my boyfriend and I have been together for 1.5 years. Overall, things are good. Occasionally he has been overbearing, but he's working on it and has made great strides of improvement. We lived together for about 6 months. The background. I have a mole on the outside of my vagina. It's about the size of a pencil eraser. It's never been a problem for me, and I don't mind it. It's hidden even in the skimpiest of bikini bottoms, doesn't hurt or get in the way of anything, isn't lumpy, doesn't grow any weird hair, etc. It's just a harmless little bump on the side of my vulva that I have had since I was born. Even when I'm entirely naked, it isn't visible unless my legs are spread. So it's the kind of thing only me and my sex partners have ever seen. I've had an inkling that my boyfriend has never been a fan of this mole, but he won't admit it. Sometimes he'll absent-mindedly rub it between his fingers and his nose crinkled, like an expression just short of disgust. But when I asked him about it, 2 different times he insisted, and not quite disgusted facial expression was unrelated. I assumed he didn't like it, but I knew it was none of his business or his concern, and probably didn't want to say it because he didn't want to sound rude. He's asked me once if I've ever thought about removing it, to which I replied, it's always been a part of me. I wasn't interested in removal. It sounds like he doesn't like it. Okay, the problem. My birthday was a few weeks ago. I've been getting Brazilian waxes since I was a teenager. It's just my personal preference. As a birthday present, my boyfriend prepaid for almost a year's worth of waxes at the med spa I've always gone to. This seemed like a great gift. Useful, thoughtful, and saves me a ton of money. This med spa does a variety. Thank you. Variety. Yes.
Way to say it like we did for roll.
Literally, I can't say things. This med spa does a
Variety.
of other services as well as waxing. They do tattoo removal, laser hair removal, makeup, tattoos, Botox, etc. I've had a standing appointment there every 3 weeks for years. This morning I went to my regular appointment. My waxer, who I've known for years, gushed about how kind of my boyfriend it was to call in for my services when we went about the wax as normal. There's an oil that she uses to help soothe the skin after the wax, and I was waiting for that to soak in when she brought out a wand that I was not familiar with. I asked her what it was for, and she said the freezing.
Oh shit. I've had that.
Mole freezing, yeah. I assumed she was prepping for the next client, and I stayed on the table. Then she began wiping the oil off and applied a cream directly over my mole. At this point, I sat up and I asked her what she was doing. Oh, this cream helps to numb off the area before I freeze off the mole. Then we'll cut it off, and you'll just need a stitch or two and a bandage, and you'll be ready to go. We fumbled through the awkward conversation that followed. The bottom line is that my boyfriend had paid for my mole to be removed as well, $200, without telling me. The receptionist who books the appointments assured that I knew, and I signed a yearly waiver for all services from them, so it was basically just slipped in. The receptionist said that my boyfriend asked about the process over the phone, so he was aware that this procedure involved cutting something off my body that would involve anesthetic and stitches. Guys, I'm furious, and I cannot tell if my reaction is justified or if I'm seeing red for no normal reason. This feels like such a breach of my personal boundaries, not to mention disrespectful about my bodily autonomy. I know it's small, but it's plastic surgery. There is no medical backing to having this mole removed. It would be entirely cosmetic. I obviously didn't go forward with the procedure, and now I'm struggling with whether my anger is appropriate for the situation. I have not talked to him about this yet. It happened this morning, and I will be seeing him this evening when I get home from work. Right now I'm thinking of breaking up with him, but I feel like that may be an overreaction, and I can't tell if my judgment is clouded. What would be an appropriate way to address the situation?
Circumcise him.
Right.
But yeah, dump him immediately. That is such an invasion of privacy, an invasion of your bodily autonomy. Didn't he say it didn't bother him too? But he's gonna book this appointment and... Right. What? This is insanity.
That's... Who the fuck cares if it's a mole? She says it's so small that you can't even fucking see it.
And that's just so insane for somebody to do that.
You know what this guy sounds like? A guy who's watched too much porn.
Yeah. Thinks everyone's a Barbie doll.
Someone said, bruh, what the hell? I understand some people are squeamish about moles and other skin defects, but he hasn't expressed that. You asked him about it, already confirmed you're not interested in removing it, and he said it's not an issue. And then this? I would be pissed as well. I have a low tolerance for stunts like this. And personally, I would walk. He's blatantly ignored your wishes, and I guess he wasn't hoping that you'd either A, be so happy and grateful that your boyfriend wants to make you quote unquote better, or B, you realize how much he doesn't like it, and out of embarrassment or the duty of being a good girlfriend, you would go through with it. Good riddance to that $200 jerk. OP commented back and said, the thing that sucks is that I considered the second option for longer than I'd like to admit. I suddenly felt very ashamed and ugly and like I needed to be quote unquote fixed. I started crying a little and felt so stupid. Now I've had a few hours to think about it. I think I'm most upset about how it made me feel. Poor girl. There's nothing wrong with you. It's okay to have moles.
Yeah.
But there is an update. It's from the next day. It says, first of all, I just wanted to thank everyone for their support and validation of what I was feeling. I was second guessing myself and feeling like I was overreacting. But after more reflection and what happened later on in the evening, I feel so vindicated in my anger. I got home and he nonchalantly asked me how my appointment went. I managed to stay calm and told him how angry I was that he tried to arrange for the mole to be removed without my consent/knowledge, especially because I found out that he was informed while booking the appointment that it would involve anesthetic and stitches. He said he wasn't sorry because he thought he was doing me a favor by, quote, forcing me to bite the bullet and get it done. He said the only thing that he was sorry about was signing my name on the waiver because he knows he should not have done that.
What? Did he go there in person?
It says
and why did the receptionist let them do that?
Well, it says record scratch. Wait, what? My appointment waxer had said something along the lines of, but you signed the waiver. When I was blindsided by her prepping for the mole removal, she was confused and that I was not aware of the mole removal plan. I had assumed she was talking about the waiver I had signed a few weeks ago, the one that I have to sign every year for my services to be performed at the med spa. I was in a hurry to get out of there, so I didn't press further, just made it clear that I did not want the mole removal and gathered my clothes and left. As it turns out, she was not talking about my annual general waiver. When my boyfriend booked the appointment, a waiver was emailed over, which he signed as me and sent back to them. We are in South America country where plastic surgery is extremely common. I am the only woman in my office without breast implants. I was born in America, and I haven't quite subscribed to the aspect of the culture. So things are a lot more lax here than I imagine they are in the US. So not only did he schedule and pay for a plastic surgery on my vagina, he forged my signature on a legal document giving them permission for it to be done.
I wonder if she can sue him.
There's no coming back from this. And I told him so. He started crying and saying that he just wanted me to be the most beautiful I could be.
Oh, God, crying? What a little fucking tiny, tiny little baby bitch.
Thankfully, I was too angry to cry in front of him, and I just told him to leave. He packed some clothes, and I put the rest of his belongings in a detached garage that he has a key to. I made him leave his house keys and told him that the garage locks were to be changed by the end of the week. I own the house, and I'm changing the locks on the doors this evening, except for the garage I'm giving him this week to clear out the rest of his things. I have been blocked on social media and feel very refreshed, like a weight has been lifted. I'm sure I will be hurting later and missing him, but this showed me a side that I absolutely cannot live with. I may not be as tan or as smooth or as busty as all the women around here, but I deserve better, and I know that much. And now my mole and I are going to settle down with a bottle of wine and download Tinder. That is fucking in. I cannot fathom how angry I would be.
I would sue.
I cannot fathom how I can feel myself getting mad for her.
Does it say how long they were together?
A year and a half.
All right, it's not that long.
Can you imagine? You say that you go to a med spa to get waxed, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're going to do your liposuction now. And like, oh my God. I mean, obviously I'd fucking do it, but I'd be like, are you fucking... Oh.
I would do it and be like, thanks for paying, then leave.
Then leave, right. Well, obviously, a mole is different.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if it didn't bother her.
No.
And I feel like if you have something that doesn't bother you and somebody is constantly being mean about it and it's like, bothering them.
Grabbing it and making faces.
Woo! That sounds painful. It's even harder to accept yourself when you have other people coming down on you. Making faces and shit. Like,
I want you to be as beautiful as you could be. Because of a fucking mole in her vagina. This actually sounds like...
She said it's the size of a pencil eraser, so it's tiny.
She says that even in the skimpiest bikinis, you can't even see it. So, like, I'm assuming even in underwear, you can't even see it. Again, I think this man just watches too much porn. Like, seriously.
Thinks everyone looks like a Barbie doll.
Well, I'm glad she left him. We don't even...
Did she give any updates after that?
Looks like she got better surgery, shitbag boyfriend removal.
That's funny.
Someone said...
Do you ever see those pictures and it's girls and they're like, lost 180 pounds this year, and it's a picture of them with their boyfriend and then a picture of them without their boyfriend, like thumping them?
Someone said, for what it's worth, I know a few Americans that have lived/worked in South Korea, and the beauty standards that exist there can be a nightmare.
She in South Korea or South Africa?
She's in South America.
South America.
If it helps, you could always remind yourself that many of the women you compare yourself to likely didn't get there by natural means. I have a friend that teaches in South Korea as well, and this is what I've heard. I've heard this down here. It's all tanning beds, butt fillers, and rib removals. I'm petite, slender, and pale, so I get asked if I'm sick almost daily. Yeah, and also to live in a country, you know, that the beauty standards are, I mean, I feel like in America being skinny, petite is the beauty standard here. But, you know, when the beauty standard's being tan and big boobs and big butt and you're not that, you feel already like you're not good enough. So to have your boyfriend want to remove a fucking mole on your vagina, you're going to be like, I must be disgusting.
Yeah. Well, luckily she's smarter than that. And dumped him because she knows she's better than that fuckface.
I know, good. I'm glad we don't have to say leave him. Clap if you think he should suffer.
That's what that girl thinks sex should sound like.
Poor girl. Good for her.
Good for you, girl. Fuck them. You don't need them. There's a million out there.
Someone said hold up rib removals.
Marilyn Manson type shit. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. I get Marilyn Monroe, Charles Manson, and Marilyn Manson all fucking confused. But yes, it was
It is. That was a rumor. I don't know if
Manson.
I don't know if he actually did get a rib removed. It was like one of those weird rumors, like from high school, that people would just say. Like, remember when people said that Sierra was born a man? What the fuck? People just like would make shit up, and we'd be like, really?
So funny. All right, I'm glad she left him. On to the next story. All right, so we're kind of all over the place with stories this week. Obviously, we never really have a topic, but this one is coming from True Off My Chest. It's from 110 days ago, and the title is, My Parents Were Family Vloggers. It Ruined My Life. 23 female. Can you imagine if this was Ashley, the Costco guy's, the daughter? I, 23 female, was raised by parents who family vlogged. Do you remember the Shea family?
Yeah.
We're vlogging here.
Yep.
Is that them? Didn't the
Dad like cheat on the
oh, that poor wife.
They're all like dark. All these vlog.
Oh my
channels.
god. And what's her name? Ruby Frankie?
Oh my god, yeah.
That's
and
wild.
What about the McBrooms?
I don't know them.
Oh my god, he like cheated on her a million times, and now she's like a born again Christian.
Hold on, I think I remember seeing this over the summer.
Yeah, they finally got divorced.
Yeah, I think I just remember there being drama. All right, here we go. I, 23 female, was raised by parents who family vlogged. They began vlogging in 2013, almost by accident, as a video of my brother went viral. It was something I disliked from the beginning, as I was a shy child and didn't fit in with what my parents wanted from me and my siblings. I always wanted to share my story to raise awareness, but please don't try and guess who me/my family are, as it will start a fight with my parents, and I'm not in a position to deal with that yet. Oops, we were already trying. At the peak of their fame, my parents had around 2 million subscribers. The main demographic was mainly adult men. This is something else we have to talk about. And now as an adult, I realized that their content was catered towards these men. I was one of 5 girls, all a year apart in age, and those 5 years were an absolute goldmine for my parents. Period videos, getting first bras, having first kisses, all a massive hit with middle-aged creepy men. Dude. We eventually ended up being homeschooled so that we didn't have any external distractions, and we weren't allowed to make friends unless they were also part of family vlogging channels. Our parents only posted good things. On camera, it looked like our family was perfect, when in reality, my dad was abusing my mom, and they were arguing constantly, and my dad ended up having an affair. The channel ended when my mom found out and they got divorced, which nobody online knows. They blew through the money on drinking, drugs, and vacations that they went on without us. I barely have a relationship with my parents because I can't forgive them from the privacy they took away from me. Please feel free to ask any questions you have.
I think family vlogging is, again, so like fucking predatory and disgusting.
There's a lot of like surface to cover here. So it's weird because I don't know if it was like when we were younger, but back when like Nickelodeon was popular, they had to make like laws for children that they would get their royalties or their money when they turned 18. I think parents can get like 10% or something. And now we have like this new age of family vloggers and all these children that they're putting online, and they have no rights or no laws or anything. So I think they're trying to make something for that.
Oh yeah, I think they are. But
then there's those people, and dude, everyone reads the fucking comment section. I'm sorry. Like, maybe you read it at first and then you stop because it's bad for your mental health. But at some point, you're reading your fucking comment section. And there's all these families that have these little girls that they're posting online. And everyone's commenting, like, don't do this. Like, do you ever see, the TikToks, and say the TikTok has 1,000 likes, 500 comments, and 10,000 saves.
Yeah.
Because of fucking creepy men. And all the comments are people like, creepy men are saving these. You need to take this down. Like, you're abusing your child.
They'll be doing like TikTok dance too. Like these little girls doing TikTok dances in like crop tops. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you know what you're doing.
Who is that? That one family, they finally, I think people were like calling the authorities on them, but it was like this little girl, and they were like,
what you're talking about.
This little blonde girl.
She was always eating, right? Or like,
no, that's the ARFID girl.
Oh yeah, that girl's like sexualized too, and she's like a baby.
Yeah, she's like 6 or something. She's still up there. They have millions of followers, and she's their main content. No, it was this little girl, and the mom would put her in like little bikinis or like crop tops and shit. Like little blonde girl. She's finally not, like, they got rid of all their videos.
Good. Disgusting. How could you do that as parents?
Money changes people. People fucking have kids for this reason. People don't give a shit.
Let's monetize. Let's exploit the fuck out of my child.
And
I mean, not even just dancing, like in bikinis and stuff. Like that little girl I was just telling you about, the one that they make her, like, they don't make her eat, but they like record her eating, and it's always like the food's like coming out of her mouth and like making
she has ARFID, which is like you have like your safety foods, and I'm probably butchering this. I just don't want to offend anybody who has it, but like you have like a fear of food, so trying new foods is really hard for you. And she tries new foods, and she like makes these faces, and she's like, spitting it out, like you were saying.
And it's like creepy men will find a way to sexualize anything, especially when it comes to fucking children for some reason, and it's disgusting. And you obviously know what's happening.
Yeah,
you have to know. You see your comment section saying, "Don't do this." Not even saying just influencers, even people on Facebook, when they post their child like in a bathtub, I'm like, don't fucking post this. Like, I know for us that's innocent. Like, oh, look at this cute little girl in the bathtub. But there's creepy fucking men that are gonna save that and then pass it around.
Someone said, what about your siblings? Do they have a relationship with your parents? Do they apologize or acknowledge what they've done wrong? OP said, my siblings no longer have a relationship with my parents. My youngest sister struggles with it the most. My mom has seemed regretful when it's convenient for her. Last time I spoke to my dad, his only regret was that it ended. Oh, someone said, I'm aware of the family you're talking about. I want to figure out who this is.
This sounds especially disgusting because they're posting videos, like period videos, and getting their first bra. Like, that is catering to pedophilia. Like, quite literally. And, like, soft white underbelly. Girl, it happens all the fucking time. This one girl was saying that these normal men, like normal older guys that were wearing fucking boat shoes with wedding rings, were dealing with little girls that were 12 getting sex trafficked. Just normal guys.
So creepy.
Do not exploit your fucking children.
Sharing your whole life online is so wild.
If you're gonna have kids, just love that child and don't put it in any harm's fucking way. Because what you're doing is harming them by doing any of this. Even just posting it innocently on Facebook or Instagram in a bathtub, in a bathing suit, anything.
Don't do that. That's weird. You can also just have, like, if you want your family to see pictures of the kids, you can just have a private photo album that is not online.
It's not safe. No matter what. It doesn't matter. It
is so weird when people post their kids online, and it's just a picture of, it's like the people who don't want their kid's face online. So like if they post a family picture, they put an emoji over the kid. Yeah. But it's funny when they post just a picture of the kid with an emoji on it, like nothing else. It's like, why did you even post that?
What's the point? This is just like child actors. Like, It's the same thing.
I was going to say, we're going to have good documentaries in a couple of years. 10 years from now, there's going to be so many. I was like saying like documentaries nowadays, this like sounds horrible, but they're getting better because there's like so much live footage. Like from videos and stuff.
Because everyone's recording everything at all times. We have everything access to us right now in our phone, in our hands. Versus how it was like 20 years ago. Like it was so much harder.
Even like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, like Instagram was just starting at like...
You needed like a video camera and shit for... Yeah, the documentaries are going to be lit.
Speaking of video cameras, we got to hold Amanda to this. She has 2 weeks off of work, so she's going to be deep cleaning, and she's going to find her camera. We're going to order a memory card, and we are going to start video recording. That's Yapville's New Year's resolution. We just have to video record and figure it out from there. Hopefully OP's getting some good therapy, and I've learned I have so much hatred towards my egg donor, and I've learned that you really just have to like, you don't have to forgive them, but you have to forgive yourself and not let it bother you because it will eat you alive. So hopefully...
I'm sorry, OP. That sounds
OP
awful.
is breaking free from the chains of her fucking toxic-ass family.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh my god, wait. This is full circle. One of the comments. Have you ever read I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy? Sounds as if you would resonate. I couldn't imagine the difficulty of having your life documented and shown to lecherous men. I hope you can find some peace. And someone said, or OP said, I've read it about 10 times. I love it. And that was the only book I read last year.
Sorry, OP.
OP, we're so sorry. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Time for the next one.
On to the next one, mate. Chip, chip, cheerio.
Cheerio. This is coming from Best of Redditor updates again from 27 days ago. The guy I'm dating, 36 male, has a shrine to my 37 female ex-husband in his house.
Wait, what? Oh, I get it.
I don't.
The guy I'm dating, 36 male, has a shrine to my 7 females ex-husband in the house.
Perfect. I don't have to reread it. You just did it for me.
Trigger warning. Stalking obsessive behavior.
I was married for 7 years to a quote-unquote celebrity. I put it in quotes because while most of you have never heard of him, he is A-list in the world of metal music. If you're a metalhead, you 100% know who he is. We split amicably because he always was going on tour. I used to love going with him, but the thrill of it wore off and I found myself sick of traveling so much. Because of this, we grew apart, but still kept in contact occasionally because despite the fact our marriage didn't work, he is a really cool, nice person. 2 weeks ago, I met a guy through a friend that I immediately hit it off with. We've been on 3 dates so far. The first 2 dates were drinks after work. He showed up in nice khakis and a button-down both times. I like that she had to tell us when he came in.
Oh my god. Side note, I mean, we'll leave this in, but I remember when I first started dating my ex, I remember I texted Amanda. Do you remember this? I texted you because I was so scared he was going to wear, like, those colorful plaid shorts. I was freaking out.
On our latest date, I went to his house to watch a movie. Literally watch a movie. We are taking the physical stuff slow. He has a nice house, so I asked for a tour. After he showed me the upstairs, he said he had to show me his game room. We went down into a fully furnished basement with a pool table, a mini bar, and darts. But there was something very weird down there also. Apparently, my new man is really into metal music. Would have never guessed based on the way he dressed. And his favorite artist of all time is, you guessed it, my ex-husband.
Oh my god, this is funny.
He had framed posters all over of my ex's bands, autographed signature guitars, every record he has ever released framed on the walls. He even had magazine articles about him and some of his bands framed. Every wall in his game room was covered with my ex's face and his signature guitars. So I may have messed up here, but I kept my mouth shut and I didn't say anything. He knows I'm divorced, but he definitely doesn't know who it's from his idol.
Girl, he knows.
Definitely.
That's why you're on a date with him.
Actually. We are seeing each other tonight for our 4th date, and I know I need to tell him, but how? I really like this guy, but I'm afraid if I tell him he'll freak out and run. Why would he run? He'd be like, hell fucking yeah.
That's like, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, that's like Sherry Bemis has a tattoo that says say anything, and she ended up marrying Max Bemis.
Right. That's so funny because I feel like every time I go see like my favorite bands and like I see them afterwards at the bar next door or something, I'll pretend like I don't know who they are. Mm-hmm. Even though like I was just literally in your crowd like fucking freaking the fuck out, but then I'll see them like, oh, who are you?
Because you don't want to be like, because you respect them and you don't want to be like annoying.
Right. But it's so funny. I feel like if I was Sherry Bemis, who is the lead singer of one of our favorite bands, Say Anything, by the way. Max Bemis.
Max Bemis is her husband.
But she has the Say Anything tattoo, his band. If like I was to be her, I'd be like, I don't even know. It's a coincidence.
I remember one of my favorite bands, 4 Year Strong, they had 5 members and maybe they had 6. I don't know. Anyways, this guy, Josh Lyford, he was in the band in like the early 2010s and then he left for some reason. I don't know why. But he played like the keyboard and sang. And I have a 4 Year Strong tattoo. They're like, have been my favorite band for a long time. They're still one of my favorite bands. And I saw him before Colin and I started dating. I saw him on Tinder. Because he was like, I don't know if I was like, because they're from Massachusetts, Worcester. So that's fairly close to us. He must have been close or I was close there. I don't know how I saw him on there. We didn't match, of course. But I was like,
could you imagine if you did, though?
Imagine if we got together and I'm just like, oh, yeah, I have a giant 4 Year Strong tattoo.
You're like, this never told him. And then he saw it and he's like, oh.
That's Joy Division lyrics. What are you talking about?
What should I say? Where should I tell him?
Not in his basement. He's going to trap you down there.
I know. I just don't want to damage our relationship because I could see it becoming long-term. I know I should have told him at his house, but honestly, I was in shock. Anyone know how I should approach this?
I was going to say, if the comments aren't saying girl, he knows.
So someone said, I find it really hard to believe that he has a shrine of your ex-husband to the level you're describing, but doesn't know who you are. Maybe I'm jaded, but it seems too coincidental and potentially unsafe for you. She said, a lot of people are saying this, and now I am a little freaked out. I mean, he can Google him and find out we're married. Now I'm scared he did. I'm going to ask my friend that introduced us if she told him. Someone said, have you ever been in photos with your ex-husband that this new guy might have seen? I find it hard to believe that in this day and age that he wouldn't know who the former wife of his idol is. And she said, it never dawned on me until I posted it. But there are pictures of us all over the internet. Now I'm a little freaked out. And someone said, he's such a fan. He knows you.
Like Amanda was saying in the last story we just read, everything's online.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so like...
And it never can be erased.
Once we started this podcast, I hid my job, my city I live in on Facebook. Like, obviously you can figure that shit out, but it's fucking scary.
Yeah. I didn't hide anything. You guys can come find me.
Okay, go find her, because I'm scared.
Come find me. What are you gonna do? Kill me? Please.
Don't do that.
There's an update. 8 days later. Well, after getting a huge range of answers, some of which were kind of frightening, I decided to give the new guy the benefit of the doubt and go ahead with our dinner date that night. So I met him at the restaurant and we had some wine first. When we were talking and chatting, I realized that I had to bring up the ex-husband thing. So while we were both 2 glasses of wine in, I decided to just flat out ask him if he knew I was previously married to his favorite musician. He laughed nervously and said, yes, I knew. But my friend didn't tell me. I figured it out. He told me essentially that he found out through the grapevine and he decided to start mingling with my friends so that he could meet me.
What?
He told me that yes, at first it was just because I was married to his idol, but now he was really developing feelings for me. I thought it was a little odd, but I felt fine with it until I remembered his basement. I asked him if he knew I was married to his favorite musician, why the fuck would he bring me down there and show me all his memorabilia? His response was a little too weird for me. He said, I was trying to see if you would confess. And I was like, confess to what? And he said to being married to my ex.
That is such an uncomfortable situation.
I told him that I thought it was pretty concerning that he tried to trick me into some weird confession and that I didn't think we would work out. He accepted it and didn't seem upset or anything. Dinner had already been served So we started eating, and then he proceeded to bombard me with questions about my ex. Oh, God.
Wow, I'm shocked.
When is he releasing new material? What is his favorite band? What does he do during the day of the show? Is he vegan? What's his mother's maiden name?
Is he trying to get his password?
What's his social security number? What's his credit card number? Finally, he could sense my discomfort, and we ended the dinner and parted ways. He said he would text me the next day as friends, which I said I was okay. Well, his text the next day was trying to get him and my friends VIP passes when my ex comes near us to play. I did not respond. I blocked his number because he kept texting again and again, begging for the quote-unquote hookup. It was desperate and weird. Anyway, I called my ex to warn him about this dude, even though he seemed harmless. He doesn't know where I live, and I didn't get any psycho vibes. I think he just wanted me as a trophy, as some user put in my last post. Ew. Thanks, Reddit.
That is crazy. And I really want to know who it is. I want to know who all these mystery people are from these stories.
I know. So saying I sought you out because of your ex, but now I'm catching feelings was not a deal breaker. It was only the confession thing. Right.
The fact he just confessed straight up that he inserted himself into her friend group to get her. There is something very, very wrong with this man. Yeah, that's giving psycho vibe.
It's like us, like, when we were teenagers, at least me, like with my bands growing up, I knew who all their girlfriends were.
Oh
like
God,
I knew who all their wives were. Like
I remember like Ollie Sykes, his wife.
Yep.
We all knew who she was. I couldn't tell you now, but oh my God, did you know that I think I've said this on an episode before, but Hawthorne Heights, the lead singer, is married to the girl from Nikki FM, the music video.
really?
And they have a kid together.
That's so
Isn't that
cute.
so cute? All right, guys. 2024 is not over yet. We have one more Christmas one for you. This one is coming from Am I the Asshole? The title is AITA, my 26 female boyfriend, 26 male, left me by myself to go skateboarding on Christmas Eve. My 26 female boyfriend, 26 male, loves to go skateboarding. I support his hobby wholeheartedly and have never kept it from him. He has a lot of energy and loves to keep busy, and his abusive ex used to not allow him to go out, so I made a promise to never be that way, and it's never been a problem until today. Today we are celebrating Christmas together. As every other day this week, we have plans. This morning we went to breakfast, went last minute stocking shopping, then gift exchanges. Afterwards, we spent a few hours on the couch doing individual activities. I was crocheting, he was watching TikToks. He says he's going to go skateboarding with his friends soon. First, I say, that's not a great idea because he hurt his ankle pretty badly yesterday. He says he will just hang out. I say that I won't tell him he can't, but that I'd prefer he didn't, and this time together means a lot to me. He chose to go out with his friends. I told him this hurt my feelings a lot because he can go whenever he pleases, and I'm just asking for one day. He says, we've spent all day together. We've spent from breakfast until 3 p.m. together. He then begins using things against me, saying that we went to my favorite breakfast place and that the gifts he bought me. He also mentions his friend's wife said, do you think blank feels this way about him going skating? He tossed a package into my lap and said, here's your last present since I'm so inconsiderate. Man, he's a little dickhead.
Yeah.
As he walks out the door, I told him just to stay out for a while because I can't be around him when he is like this. I genuinely don't know what to make of this. I'm just laying in bed trying to figure out where to go from here. Am I being inconsiderate and controlling? Edit to add. He on multiple occasions said that his favorite way to spend time with each other is... This is what made me want to read this. Said that his favorite way to spend time together is parallel play. He, in fact, frequently turns down requests to play a game together in favor of watching TikToks on his phone.
Oh my God.
This is not my ideal way to spend time. And there were more plans for later that evening. Parallel play.
What the fuck is parallel play?
It's just called rotting.
Right.
Like, you kids are making it too fucking complicated. Wow, these kids, they are 7 years younger than us. Than me, at least.
She's not the asshole, what?
She's not the asshole. She just wanted to spend the one day together with her boyfriend.
On Christmas.
He just sounds like he gets off to the sound of grip tape, honestly.
He is childish.
This is weird. I was gonna say, let's get into some of these comments. The first comment is, hey. Oh my god, never mind, I'm an idiot. I thought it was OP from a different account. Hey, OP, Guy here. On the contrary to people saying you're the asshole, here's my input. He up and just made plans with his friends without even mentioning a word of it, then just hits you with the, I'm gonna go skating with my friends, and then he guilt trips you by reminding you of how much time you spent together. I get it, it's the holidays, and I've often had to cut time short with past girlfriends in order to spend time with my family as well. And if she was up for it, we'd go to each other's houses. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. He seemed to just have wanted to be with his friends, which isn't bad if those guys are like family, but friends groups like that are a rarity in this world. No idea what was on your mind, but in my humble, honest opinion, the holidays are meant for family or whomever you consider family in your life. It sounds like he was very cold towards you. Try to enjoy the rest of the holiday and don't let him bring you down. I agree with... Opie's not the asshole. She's not asking for much.
No.
They're not spending any... This is their Christmas day together. And he wants to go... grippy tape gliding, like...
Grippy tape gliding! That's funny.
Honestly, you should say, see you later, boy.
Right. He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy.
Yep.
He wasn't good enough for her.
His head was up in space.
He needed to come back down to Earth.
Yeah. His head was up in space.
I know. I can't think of the next.
Needed to come back down to Earth.
5 years from now, she sits at home, feeding her baby, she's all alone. She turns on TV, guess who she sees? Skater boy rocking up MTV.
Calls up her friends, they
already
already
know,
know, and they buy the tickets to see her show. Sends in the crowd, looks up at the man that she turned down.
Anyway, OP's not the asshole. For him to make her feel bad about the fucking gifts he got her on Christmas. Well, I bought you these gifts, and I already spent all day with you. Huh? It's fucking Christmas. Take your fucking gifts back.
It's giving awful. My ex.
Which one?
Like the one that was a skater boy.
Yeah, I instantly was thinking this when I was.
Because this is like I've lived this day before.
Yeah, I can imagine this is him.
Yeah, this is definitely giving one of my exes. One of my 5 evil Gemini exes.
You have to, in order to get with Taryn, you have to defeat her 5 evil Gemini exes.
I guess it's only really 4 evil Gemini exes because Colin's a current boyfriend, but he is a Gemini.
Colin has to defeat the other 4 though.
But yeah, leave. Because you don't want to be with somebody like that. They're so fucking annoying and they're crybaby bitches.
If your man is skateboarding...
No. I don't want to say if your man is skateboarding because people can do whatever the fuck they want. If you like skateboarding, do it. But don't be a piece of shit about it.
But all skateboarding men are like gaslighting fucking crazy people.
True. I don't know. I think you should support your partner in whatever they want to do, unless they're hurting somebody, which skateboarders are everyone.
It's true. They're fucking crazy, but like, do you?
Okay, yeah, skateboarders, but the Tony Hawk soundtracks have healed our generation.
They have.
Time after time. Okay, you're not the asshole. And this was voted not the asshole either. Oh, man, a girl's having emotions? She must be so crazy and out of control.
Not the asshole. He's a man-child. Clap if you think he should suffer.
I do want to try to look at more comments. A lot of people are just saying, not the asshole. It's a major holiday. He sprung it up on you. Not the asshole. He made plans and told you about them the day of, right before leaving. The thing is, his frontal lobe just developed, and he's probably still getting used to having the power of having a brain. I'm just kidding.
Well, also, no, it's true, because men are also emotionally stunted 5 years
Yeah, there's just like
behind
a study
women.
that came out. All right, this comment. Info. What were the plans for the rest of the day? Was he aware of them? And did he have input on how the day would go? I can't quite believe the way you two spend quality time together. Please tell me you at least interacted with the TikToks while crocheting. Surely you must have more things in common. OP, the plans were to watch Christmas movies and have a special dinner. We made the plans together last week. Maybe he forgot them among all of our other plans this week, but today was our one day alone. Yes, we have a lot in common, our sense of humor being a large part, sharing memes, reels, and TikToks are a huge part of that. We also enjoy riding bikes together, which we do daily when the weather allows it. It didn't today. I'm honestly wondering like if this post comes from our area. All right, OP, girl, you're not the asshole.
Yeah, not at all. Leave him.
Leave him. Moving on to the next story.
Yep. For the next one, this one's coming from True Off My Chest from 35 days ago. Hairstylist has been taking/keeping my hair.
Okay.
I'm weirded out. I'm going to be vague because obviously...
Wait, you didn't say true off my chest in 35 days.
I did.
Oh, did you, mommy?
I did.
Okay.
I'm weirded out. I'm going to be vague because obvious reasons. I'm 30s female. My stylist is 40s. I got my hair cut today at a stylist I've been using for about 9 months now. I think this is my 6th appointment with them. I usually do a trim or cut/style. Today I went from long hair, high lower back, to an A-line bob. Again, since I started seeing this person, I usually get current style maintenance/trim. This time was a dramatic length adjustment, so they took a picture of the cut length on the floor to add to their social media, intending to add before and after. That's all totally fine and normal. They go grab a broom, sweep up the hair, and place a dustpan on the counter for a bit. Again, normal. They grab the broom and pan and head back to the shop. They're gone for a few minutes, no biggie. They go out for a smoke. But here's where it gets weird. The bathroom is in the back of the shop. I need to go and step into the back. I don't really notice anything on the way to the bathroom. I go, start to head back out, but I notice my name on a small clear tote on the table. It has no lid. It has my hair in it. What the fuck?
Okay. I was thinking like, I've worked in a bunch of salons, and in one of those salons I worked at, this lady would take her hair back home because it deters like deer and rabbits and stuff from a garden.
Yeah, but this has her name on it.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't really think much of it, but I looked closer and see it's not just today's discarded hair, but looks like at least a few of my trim sessions mixed with, it looked like potpourri? Potpourri?
I think she just spelled it wrong.
And a little sand or something, and a printed pictures of the cut hair with dates.
This is fake.
The printer is sitting right next to it with today's discarded hair pic in the tray. There didn't seem to be any other containers like this when I looked around. It was fucking weird, so I took a pic on my phone. I honestly didn't know what to think and went back out into the salon. They came back in and I mentioned I went to the restroom and they seemed to freak out a little, but didn't mention it. I didn't really know what to say, so I just let them finish styling my hair, paid, and left. As a socially anxious introvert, this was my nightmare. I got home, and the more I looked at this picture, the more ick I got. I ended up texting them an hour ago, sending the picture and requesting they remove the weird box of me and asking for an explanation. I said, hey, so I just saw this and I didn't know what to make of it. Can you help me understand what this is and why you have it? I'm not comfortable with you having this and request you please discard the contents. Also, even though I love my cut, I believe it's best if I find a different stylist. They haven't responded. Lol, what the fuck?
There are a ton of comments from OP.
I know. All right. There's an update December 1st of 2024.
Trigger warnings, obsessive behavior and harassment.
In about a week, and with the holiday, I've been all over the place, but I ended up going to law enforcement to make a report last Monday. I'll likely end up going back if this person keeps contacting me like they have been. I'll give a little timeline. Last Saturday, haircut and discovered the weird tub full of my hair. Texted stylist about the weird tub and said I'd be finding a new stylist. Hairstylist didn't respond. This is where I left off in the last post. A lot has happened since then. Sunday, I woke up with a bunch of texts from the stylist. It woke me up even though I have Do Not Disturb on my phone. I have a setting that overrides if there are repeated contact attempts over 3. in case of emergencies. Here's what I got, copied and pasted. 3:49 a.m. I recommend going to a different stylist because of all this. It's not a big deal. Small towns and people talk, and you may not find anyone that will take you after this, so I'd reconsider. I don't like threats. 3:51 a.m. So I have your biological material and it's my property now. I can do what I want with it. I kept it because I can, and it means a lot to me. Oh my God. 3:54 a.m. Why you send the pic? I know what it looks like. It's mine.
And all these texts are like spelled incorrectly.
Yeah, that's why I'm reading them with that.
It seems like the person's drunk.
4 a.m. You need to respond to me because I think it's a misunderstanding about what this is, and it's no big deal. And saying you are switching stylists has me triggered. I do good work. Clapping emoji. You said so. 4:04 a.m. So it's crazy. She's texting minutes in between all this, by the way. I also charge a $350 client separation fee. So yeah, you can't just say you're switching stylists with no consequences. And I said, no, hold on, this one's hard. And I know you said you already tried a few people before me. They may not. Many beauty people in the area.
Guys, if a stylist ever tries to charge you a separation fee, tell them to go fuck themselves.
That's not real.
That's not real.
11 a.m. Asking for an explanation for a stylist having hair in a salon is crazy. Where else would you find hair at? I didn't do nothing wrong. I will get rid of it if you're going to cry about it. But only if you say you won't be switching with anyone else for your hair care. You mean a lot as a client and always tip well and do good work. So it doesn't make sense. You know that. So maybe don't threaten someone who does your hair or hurt their heart emoji by making accusatory statements. I read them just how she typed them, just so you guys can get a full grasp of the unhingedness. So this is OP again. I didn't respond to any of these that morning because it was just so insane to me. I need to process things fully before I make a decision on how to deal with it. So I just didn't respond. Sunday afternoon, I started getting phone calls. This person called me 14 times that afternoon. About every other call, they left a voicemail. Most of the voicemails said call me back or text me back, but 2 of them were unhinged. I'm going to paraphrase, but this is the gist of the first one. Sounds like they're crying. Call me back. I'm getting scared you won't come back for your hair. For real. I just like how your hair feels. That's why I kept it. Call me.
Oh my God.
I just got chills. The second unhinged message was left late Sunday night at 11:38 p.m. and it said, I got rid of it except the one lock. I found out I like watching your hair burn more than I like keeping it. What the fuck? I didn't respond to any of these messages, calls, or text. The whole thing had me freaked out now. I decided by that time I was taking Monday off of work to go to the police. Even if they weren't going to do anything, I wanted to file a report of the weirdness. I woke up Monday to an email from the stylist with an invoice of $375 for client breach of contract fee. As this girl's just making shit up. As the chargeable line item, again, copy and pasting here, the body email was just for being a bitch.
I want to know if this stylist is a guy or a girl. Or non-binary.
It was sent from their business email too, so they're really doing everything they can to ruin themselves. I did email them back stating that we had no contract and cease all further communication with me from this point forward. I got ready and started heading to the police station around 9:45 Monday morning. I live in a rural area, so there are portions of my drive to and from our main town that doesn't have cell reception. When I finally got into town, I had 4 voicemails. I knew immediately who they were from. I talked to one of the officers on staff. They took my statement, a copy of the email, asked me to forward all the texts and screenshots of the numbers and calls. They said at least the calls and texts could be considered menacing and harassing, but the voicemail where they mentioned how they like burning my hair was potentially concerning. The officer advised I contact a legal representative in case this person tries to take the bogus invoice to a civil suit court. They said I'm welcome to change my number, but having the piling evidence if they continue to contact me after I explicitly told them not to, and the email would only help me. I reached out to a lawyer Tuesday and they left a detailed message regarding the situation. They are apparently out of the office until Wednesday for the holiday, so we'll see if they have any advice. I've since received many texts and calls from the stylist. They sent a happy Thanksgiving text on Thursday morning as well. Regardless, they're giving me a lot of evidentiary material to work with, but I'm so unsettled. I can't wait to hear from the lawyer this week. In the comments, there was a mini update on December 8th. Mini update, I woke up to new comments and requests for updates. First, I am okay and safe for now. The person has continued to contact me on a regular basis via phone and email. I'm nearly certain that this person does not know where I live, so I can't anticipate any type of confrontation here. Our house and property has complete camera coverage as well. If anyone/anything shows up, we're well aware. I will be posting more in-depth update with more texts and emails up to this point regarding the specific incident that happened on Friday. On Tuesday, I have an appointment to speak with another officer then to discuss potential criminal action and legal consequences for the stylist as a result. Thank you for your concern and validation. This is absolutely insane. I'll leave you with a text from this past week. One I think you'll all enjoy? Question? Used for the model of how not to make friends. Once again, copied and pasted. This was from December 4th at 5:12 a.m. and it says, "Don't never say never. You're never coming back. Don't make me laugh. I don't want your ass back. You can beg me though. Might help."
Honestly, that sounds like a text my mom would send.
Oh my god, this is so unhinged. There's one more update for now. It was from 17 days ago. It says, I didn't expect the amount of people following this. Here is a long-awaited post. Sorry for the delay. I think I mentioned before, I'm a processor, so it takes me a while to work through my thoughts and feelings on things. This situation update may not be as satisfying as many would have hoped, but here it goes. I met with law enforcement again this past Tuesday. My husband and I drove over that morning because I was also meeting with a lawyer I'm working with. Aside from the near constant text calls and emails, I wanted to pursue legal action for a specific issue. Allegedly, the stylist had tried to have my credit card canceled.
Oh my god.
Apparently, they used the last 4 digits of my card, called the customer service line for the card, and tried to cancel it. I got a call from the fraud department shortly after this person attempted to do this, trying to verify everything to see if I actually wanted to close my account and dissolve my credit line with them. To be clear, the stylist was not successful in their alleged attempt. They couldn't provide the basic information you need for such things like my actual last name, date of birth, address, etc. Apparently, they thought they could just accomplish this with my name, phone number, and the last 4 digits on the card number. I didn't cancel the card, but I did request a new one for obvious reasons. I had no clue why they would want to cancel my card. To inconvenience me? Yep, that's exactly why. Allegedly. When I spoke with the credit card company, they agreed to send over the recording of the person that called, as well as the phone number the call originated from, as long as the request came from law enforcement with a warrant. They gave a phone number and a reference number for the police to reach out directly. The officer began working on that immediately, so that was in progress. I went to my phone company over the weekend. I had my phone number transferred to an old phone so I could still receive calls and texts there, but got a new phone number for my actual phone. The old phone and phone number has been turned over to the officer assigned to my case. They did go and speak with that person yesterday. Apparently, they were horrified I went to the police and had no idea any of their crazy could be chargeable offenses. According to the police, there have been no further communications via text or call since the visit, and I haven't received any emails. A temporary protection of no contact order has been issued against them until the first court date. I also reached out to the State Board of Licensing with all this information and my complaints. All I can say is that they're investigating.
That's gonna piss them the fuck off.
Outside of that information, I'm limited to any other information I can share since a legal process against this person has officially begun. We're just waiting to see how this all plays out. It's been a long few weeks. I'm hoping for the best here. I'm already so relieved to no longer be getting texts, calls, emails constantly. Thank you all for your concern, advice, and good wishes. This was meant to be an outlet for me to vent and process. I'm so grateful that you have allowed me to do that. with the huge amount of support you have given. This is fucking, there's just so many layers to this.
Yeah, at first I thought this was fake, but unless they're a really good creative writer, this is fucking insane.
If I went to it's different because Alyssa, shout out Alyssa, is like my friend. So I would probably just be like, what the fuck are you doing? But I went to like a random person and they had a bucket of my hair with my name on it and pictures in it.
Yeah. I haven't been to a random person since I was like a teenager because my cousin did hair when we were in high school and I've always been to people I know, so I don't...
That's fucking... That took a wild turn. The fucking texts and shit.
One of the comments is, I'm glad you're getting it sorted out and have taken this seriously. Hopefully the police have scared them enough to permanently leave you alone. You never know what crazy people will do. OP said, the officer implied that the person was legitimately Pikachu-faced when they showed up.
Oh my.
And lack of further contact indicates they didn't have a clue that they were breaking the law.
By trying to cancel your credit card? Girl, what did you think that was? You thought that people could just do that for fun?
People are low intelligence, girl. They're probably in rural Appalachia.
I mean, by the way she texts, yeah. This woman is just on... Well, we don't know if it's a woman. They keep saying they. So... The stylist is fucking... It needs mental help. Maybe it's best that they get their license taken away so they can focus on their mental health.
Another comment says, people amaze me how much crazy they think they can get away with. I'm so glad you're doing everything the right way. OP said, my lawyer has been critical in making sure I'm protected legally and physically. I'm starting to think that this person was one of those who uses escalation to get their way or intimidating people into doing what they want to do to them. This time it backfired. How could you be intimidated by this person who can't type a proper sentence?
I'm also glad that the police are kind of taking it seriously because I feel like a lot of the time... I thought that too. Police would be like, no, nothing we can do. Just don't answer the phone.
Mm-hmm. Someone commented, update me, and they said they're going to update them.
Well, I'll keep this post saved, so if we get any updates...
I feel like I feel like it's hard to even have a conversation about. That's so crazy.
No, it is. There's so nothing scary. Relatable about this.
Yeah. It was kind of just telling a story, but that is so insane. Oh, man. I hope it gets figured out.
I hope that this woman doesn't... Well, this person, I keep saying woman because I'm just... Every time I go to the salon, all I see is women. I hope that this person gets their fucking license revoked and they can't work in a fucking salon anymore. That's fucking
It's
unhinged.
crazy to me that oh my God, now I'm doing it. It's crazy to me that the stylist is still just doing hair this whole time.
How many more boxes are there of people's hair?
Burning hair does not smell good.
No, it doesn't.
Why do they like watching OP's hair burn?
Because they're psycho.
I would have... You know what I was thinking as you were reading this? I feel like as soon as my like hair gets done, I feel like I would have walked to the back room, taken the box. But then I'm like, wait, the stylist has scissors and they're insane, so let's be safe. Err on the side of caution.
This is literally like it could be a horror movie about a hairdresser.
This is a good horror movie.
I like the way your hair feels. Like that actually gave me full body chills when I read that.
This is off topic, but when my cat Louie got put down, they shaved a little bit of...
That is snow.
Oh, that sounds like my back door.
No, that's snow.
Snow is falling off my neighbor's roof, and we're getting all freaked out.
I know that sound. It's supposed to be really warm tomorrow. It's supposed to be like 52. It's supposed to get warmer as the sun's setting. Overnight. Anyway.
My cat Louie, they cut a little piece of his fur when they put him down on my couch where Amanda's sitting, and this one right here. But anyways, there's a little vial with a cork in it, and a little of his hair sticks out. And sometimes I pet it, but that's different. I'm not...
Yeah, you're not fucking... I like the way you feel, Louie.
Ooh, I miss it.
That's like sentimental and cute. It's not this random person you've known for 9 months, and you're like, ooh, your hair is so nice.
That's so fucking creepy.
That's also just like a total like fucking violation of everything. You can't even be safe with your fucking hair. You have to worry about people taking your hair.
She said it's legally mine, right? In the text messages?
Yeah. It's mine now.
Is it though? Like, I wonder, like,
Girl, no, but that's like your...
that has to be thrown out, doesn't it?
Well, she probably... The stylist is probably thinking, like, well, I cut it, so now it's mine. You were going to somehow throw it away. Also,
and that is strange.
the $350 separation fee.
That is insane.
I've never heard of that before. That's so funny.
That is so funny.
Have you ever heard that before?
No, I've heard of salons, like, say you're, like commissioned at a salon, you're, like, an assistant, or, like, you start working there, whatever. They'll have you sign a contract. Like, this has happened to plenty of my friends. They'll have you sign a contract, and you're not allowed to work at another salon within 50 miles if you work there. But it's totally bullshit. Because everyone leaves those salons because those salons don't want you to leave because they're toxic.
That's crazy.
A good one to end on, though. Guys, we are so overjoyed and thankful that we got to start our podcast this year. This has always been like a big dream of me and Amanda, like not just a podcast, but doing something together to make people laugh, because we know we're funny. I mean, come on.
Come on, guys.
No, I'm just being silly, but I'm really excited that we got to start Yapville this year, and I cannot wait to see where the next year takes us.
I know. What if we get to like make this like money off of this so we can like get better shit and actually have a camera set up and
Oh my god, yeah.
The dream.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to episode 12. Don't forget to share with a friend and subscribe. And we'll see you next year.
Oh,
We won't only see you next year, but we'll see you next Tuesday. Bye, guys.
Oh, that's so funny and corny.